Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. Look, we got something to talk about. We have something big to talk about. Plenary authority. Yeah, Stephen Miller says the president has plenary authority. Do you know what that means? Plenary authority. I think you need to look it up. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about on this show, because on this show, you're going to get the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me. So let's get started. We got a great show going on. Let's go! Plenary authority. That means complete and total authority over everything and everyone. It means complete and total control. It's usually something reserved for kings and dictators. But Stephen Miller literally said it out loud because Stephen Miller believes that Donald Trump has this authority. And it was ever intended by the founding fathers for the president to have such authority. All three branches are supposed to be equal and keep each other in check. The executive branch, the judicial branch, the legislative branch are supposed to be equal, but not according to Stephen Miller. According to Stephen Miller, if you disagree with the president, whether you're a federal judge, whether you're a senator, a governor, you are an insurrectionist. If you do not follow every single word that Donald Trump says, you are on the other side, which makes you, in their terms, some type of terrorist. That's not my opinion. That's what they say, especially this nut job. And when I say nut job, this tiny little guy, I have never seen such a tiny little guy that is such an asshole. Why on earth would someone so tiny and such an asshole have all this power? Why would this nasty little man have all this power when you feel like you could just walk up to him and bitch smack him and say, shut up and go sit in the corner? But this, for some reason, people, including the president and around the president, listen to this moron. And when I say moron, I'm being kind, because he's a complete dipshit. Stephen Miller is a complete and total dipshit. And his beliefs are, we should all be scared. Plenary authority? What? For the president of the United States? Yeah, that's, can you imagine? Stop for a minute. Do you think they believed that when Obama was president? Was any Republican walking around saying, oh, Obama's president, he has all the power, all the authority to do anything he wants? No, that's not how it works. Remember, we've all seen it 1,000 times. The minute that you get a Democratic president, all of a sudden it's all about state rights. Leave us alone. We are our own little world here in Oklahoma and Mississippi and Kansas and Iowa and West Virginia. Leave us alone. We don't have to listen to anything you really say. It's states' rights. We're doing our own thing. But the minute you have a president that's Republican, suddenly he is the grand poobah. He has plenary authority to and do whatever he wants to anyone he wants. And if you object, if you stand in the way, if you don't agree with every single word, you are now an insurrectionist. You are now someone to be, maybe we should put him in jail. Yeah, he believe what Donald Trump says. He's talking against Donald Trump. Yeah, he's a terrorist. Yeah, that's dangerous. This has all become. And I just want Republicans to know you are part of all this, because none of you are stepping back and going, wait a minute, this has gotten way out of control. And only a couple, I've heard a couple say, well, I don't like this or I don't like that. But they're not talking about the whole thing as a whole, which is we are going towards a dictator. We're walking right towards him being king. And that is not the United States. That is not the presidency. That's not how this whole thing was set up. That's not, the executive branch is no more important than the legislative branch or the judicial branch. And right now, Donald Trump wants to circumvent even people that he put in place, judges that he put in place that said, no, Mr. Trump, you can't do that. All of a sudden, they want to attack that judge that they put up. Never mind that it's put a judge up. This is Trump put this judge up. And now they're attacking that judge. And they're attacking all judges. They're letting their judges on notice that, we can't. How scared, how's all this? How crazy. How come on the right are not screaming, wait a minute, this isn't right? Because you know there's going to be a Democratic president. A Democrat's going to win the White House. You know it's coming. And how ridiculous are you going to look when that Democratic president says, I'm just doing what the guy before me did. I'm sending troops in, California into Florida. You're going to have to say, okay, all right. It was good for Trump. I guess it's good for Gavin Newsom. I guess Gavin Newsom would do the same thing. But that's how dangerous things are getting. That's how out this all is. Yes, we have an airport in Henderson. You can see sometimes they fly right by here. But, it's time, listen to what Stephen Miller said. Stephen Miller just said it. He said it out loud that the president has plenary authority, and he just stood there. And he went, oh, I said that out loud, didn't I? And he just went, he froze. He froze with it because now we know exactly what this tiny little man thinks. And this tiny little man with his heart and soul believes that the president has 100% authority on everything. And if you question it, and if you say anything bad about it, if you are in opposition, well then you're the enemy. You're a terrorist. Yeah, that's where we are in America. I never thought we'd get here. I know you are around my age. I turned 62 in 4 days. Did you ever think it would get to this? Honestly, did you ever think you would see the United States in this position? Because I never did. I never saw this coming. I never thought this country thought so little of itself that it would put someone like Donald Trump in charge. What a disaster. Let me know what you think. Welcome to the Dray Way. Please hit the subscribe button. And we got a new show each and every day, so I hope you come by. So hit the subscribe button. Don't go anywhere. Leave a comment, and part 2 to the Dray Way coming up next. Donald Trump has attacked China again with the whole tariff thing. The market's taken a dive. When the market takes a dive, I want you to look at one particular stock that I think is a buyout candidate in the future. Will it be bought out a year from now, 2 years from now? Do your own research. But the research that I have done, I believe SoundHound AI, I think it's trading right around $18 a share. I think that's something that you should get involved in. I think if you have an investment future of 10, 15, 20 years or more, SoundHound AI is a very good company to look at, and it's one of those that I highly recommend. I highly recommend it because, like I said, I think it's just a matter of time before Google or Apple or somebody buys this up and buys their technology. So I am suggesting SoundHound AI, trading right around $17, $18 a share. I think over the next year or two, it'll be well into the 30s, and I expect it to be bought out. So what do I think about the stock market as a whole? Could it crash? Could it come down 3, 5, 10%? Absolutely. But to me, it's just things on sale. When things go on sale, I love to buy. I'm always looking for a sale. So I promise you, when things go on sale, if we have a 10% correction, I will be buying on the way down. Absolutely. Because what happens every single time we have one of these dips? Every single time we've ever had a dip, what has happened? we've set new highs. Every single time. And this will be no different. So if the market wants to go on sale, we're here for it, aren't we? That's what we're here for. That's what's going to really help us make a lot of money. If you haven't gotten your stash account, get your stash account. The link is right there. You open the account with the link. They're going to give you $50 for opening the account. All you got to do is open the account, put 20 bucks in, and they're going to give you 50. You also have a link for gold and silver coins. Gold and silver coins. If you can't afford gold, if you're saying, Drayton, gold's out of my price range, silver is just as good. And my feeling is silver has a long way to still go. There is no reason in my mind for silver to be under $80, $90. There really isn't, especially as much silver is going to be on demand over the next 5 to 10 years. So I'm very bullish on silver as well. And once again, you can get the link right. The link is right down there in the description. And for those of you in Canada, I have not forgotten you. You are not forgotten. There also is the link for the Moomoo account. So you got Moomoo, you got the gold and silver, and you've got the stash accounts. And for some of you, you've started your stash account, you haven't put the 20 bucks in yet. Put the 20 bucks in and get your $50, all right? And like I said, my recommendation, we'll see how it plays over the next few months, but I'm big on SoundHound, guys. I really believe that stock is a very good company with very good technology that I truly believe in a year or two will be bought out by one of the big boys. So we're going to track that one stock for sure and see how it ends up playing out. And we'll be talking about a lot more stocks. So hit the like and follow button, pretty please. We're on our path for 50,000 subscribers, and I could certainly use your help. So hit the subscribe button and don't go anywhere. Part 3 to the Dray Way coming up next. When you do a show every day like I do, you sometimes wonder if what you're doing it has any impact at all, you know. And the one thing I know is that makes me really proud is when people write to me and say, hey, you convinced me to start walking and I'm starting to see the results. I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. I mean, the smile on my face when I see those type of posts is it literally gives me goosebumps because it's the only way I know for sure it's going to change your life in a positive way. And it's not a possibly, it's 100%. And I'm even thinking about putting out a 30-minute tape to help start you in your walking journey. What I do is I listen to motivational tapes. So, and I like doing motivational speeches. So I'm going to look back on my portfolio and pull out one of my speeches. And I think I'm going to put it on a 30-minute tape and make it available for you guys so that you can get the tape and play the tape in your first entry into walking for 30 minutes. And I say your first entry because once you start walking 30 minutes a day, once you start making it part of your routine, once you start understanding that this is something for you, this is something you're doing for yourself, something that's going to make your life better and last longer and be healthier. It's 100%. It's not possibly, it's not maybe. If you do this each and every day, if you are willing to take the time, if you are willing to put in the commitment, it's going to change your life. I promise you, if you get nothing else from this show and you just understand that I need to do something for myself. I need to do something that's going to make me better, feel better, be better. Not just for myself, but for everyone around me. And I mean that, for everyone around you. They will see the cause and the effect. They will see what happens because you've committed just 30 minutes a day to yourself. And I'm passionate about it because I'm living it. And I want you to live it too, because you're going to feel better, you're going to look better, and you're going to be proud of yourself. And it's just a 30-minute walk. That's all it is, 30 minutes. And I promise you, it'll absolutely change your life. And yes, that's music above, Yeah, he just turned it down. I don't think he knows I'm doing a show. But that's, folks, just 30 minutes. Give me that 30 minutes every day. And as you progress, as you get going, as you go past 30 minutes, as you get going in this journey into weeks and months, please hit me up and let me know how you're doing. I love talking about this because walking is something that will absolutely, positively be a positive thing in your life, help you live a better life, a healthier life. And what more could I ask for? Am I going to reach all of you? No. But if I just reach a few of you and a few of you give it a try and you see what happens and you see the results, there's nothing better. If you haven't gotten started yet, please get started. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you can do, but get started and do it every day, 6 days a week. And if you need motivation, if you need help, just let me know. I'm here for you and I'm doing it with you. So that's the Dray Way for today. I'll stop harping today, but that's the Dray Way for today. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, there's a new show each and every day. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Dray Way. Have a great day, everybody.
Whoa! Look at that. Water splashing everywhere, and I didn't even get wet. Seriously, if you want a pool like this, call the people at Unique Pool Finishes.
Hey, is that a fish?